How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Fossils and Archaeology mod. The brand new port, known as Fossils and Archaeology Revival Genesis, has just been released, and it's for a newer version of Minecraft, of course, 1.18.2. And with it comes a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of models that were already in the old version of the mod, but updated. A lot more updated to our current understanding of the animals. And on top of that, there's a lot of creatures that are brand new to the mod. So we're going to look at them. We're gonna take a look at these designs, and we're gonna talk about how absolutely amazing they are. And then after that, we're gonna start a brand new series where we try to survive, like my old series. Anyway, let's get into it. First, Allosaurus. Ooh, now those are some really cool colors, and the sounds are really cool with the hissing and those animations. Oh, hey, look at it go after the cow. That is what happens. But I love the way that these crests look. The lacrimal crests right on its head look fantastic. And those animations when it's walking. Yes, we get some colors. We get probably some sexual dimorphism, I assume. And the eating animations. Okay, we are off to a fantastic start. Okay, so next up, we have Ankylosaurus. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I already thought that the old version of it looked pretty darn cool. This one just like knocks it out of the park. Look at that. It's, covered in osteoderms. The head looks pretty spot on to an Ankylosaurus head, and the colors are also fantastic. And again, the animations have just been killed. Like the animations have been killed here. They look beautiful as it's like walking around. After that, we got Aquilolama. Lamna. I don't know what this fella is. Oh, I am so sorry. It's aquatic. Shoot. I do that way more than I care to admit. Where'd he go? Look at him. I think I've seen images of this fella before. I never actually had a name to attach to it, but I love it. I think the model looks fantastic. So yeah, it looks great. I quite like it. I don't know. I really like aquatic creatures like that. Just the very strange ones. Oh no. Just pretend you guys didn't see that, all right? Okay, and then next up we have Arthropleura. I love Arthropleura. Easily one of my favorite Carboniferous creatures. Let's see it. Yes, it remains pretty consistent to the old model. I already really liked the old Arthropleura design in this mod. And so, them keeping it consistent with that, I think is just a great idea. But it's like a little bit more 3D now. Like it's got a little bit more depth to it. I like it. I like it. Look at that Allosaurus standing up there. It's so cool. But yeah, this is another fantastic design. Also, we can get a look at the eyes. Kind of looks like it might have some eye stalks going on, which there was a recent discovery made of a juvenile Arthropleura skull that shows that they had eye stalks similar to crabs and things like that. Okay, next up we have Brachiosaurus. I'm excited for this. That's amazing. Look at this fella. So you got like an overall thick neck. The head looks pretty cool. All things considered, the animations are again a standout, and these colors are fantastic. I like the spotting like that. I like when people give Brachiosaurus spotting, kind of like a giraffe, because for one thing, their posture is kind of similar to a giraffe, and for another, the relative of Brachiosaurus Giraffatitan, which is what most Brachiosaurus reconstructions was based off of back in the day, it's named Giraffatitan. So when you give it like giraffe spots, it's kind of like a nice reference to that. One of my favorite dinosaurs next, we got Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus. Let's see ya. Let's see it. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I think that's an overall like huge improvement to the previous one. Not to say that the previous one was bad by any means, but I do think that this is better. The crests, the lacrimal crests and the nasal crest, whatever you want to call it, and notably the osteoderms. I missed, where'd they go? Okay, I guess you can't see them on the other side, but the osteoderms on this side, they go down the middle of the back, which is something that Ceratosaurus did have. Ooh, again with the probable sexual dimorphism, some very bright red crests right here. That is awesome. That is just awesome. I love that. Now we got Psittipati, the little oviraptor. The little Oviraptorosaur. Let's see it. Oh, yeah, it still remains pretty consistent to the old version, which is fine. You know, I think that's a pretty solid design for the animal. There we go. That's kind of unfortunate. But then yeah, this one with the red and the orange, that looks really nice. That looks so nice. These models overall are just amazing. I think that they're just a huge step up from the previous models, which, mind you, are models that I already thought looked good. So that is saying quite a bit. And what do we got next? We got the coelacanth, you know, the living fossil, so to speak. This little fella that we thought was extinct from the Cretaceous, but then we found him hidden away in like caves and whatnot. Yeah, they look like this. You can still see these fellas today. You can look up some images of them, and this is pretty darn close to what they look like, just, you know, Minecraft style. That is something that I will say with this, that I've said with many Minecraft dinosaur mods, is that I like that they keep the Minecraft style with them being all blocky like that, but these are pretty darn accurate to our current understanding of the animals. That is just something I really like, and a lot has happened here. Anyway, let's see this. The Compsognathus. Look at it. I'm digging those colors, and at least he gets to eat right away. Do we get different colors for this one too? I'm not really seeing any, so I'm gonna say no. But I love them. I love the way that that tail looks and the way that the tail kind of wags when it's walking around, and the overall thin legs. That just looks great. You can really see the type of coverage of feathers that it probably has. That is awesome. I'm loving this so far. Now that was the first row. We got this row next. Let's see what there is to see. So first we'll look at this Diplodocus. I think Diplodocus was in the previous version of the mod. Let's see it now. Okay, I already love the colors. Wow, I love those colors. I mostly like but most Diplodocus depictions I've seen, and I think that most of us have seen, have been like a simple tan coloration. This takes it a step up with some orange and some yellow. I love that. That is a fantastic idea for Diplodocus. And now I need to only see colors like this. Are there different colors, I wonder? Yes, this one is a little bit more orange in the head, whereas this one is a little bit more yellow. But they're also holding their head up properly too. I mention this every time I can, but in Walking with Dinosaurs, it was portrayed with its head lowered down a little bit more. That was the common thought for the time. More recent analysis suggests that Diplodocus did hold its head up a little bit more, like how it's shown right here. So overall, that is accurate. Love to see it. Now, Diploculus. I kind of like mixed when I mispronounced Diplodocus. I kind of like mixed Diploculus with Diplodocus, is what I think I was doing. Now, Diploculus is my favorite amphibian of all time. I love these little boomerang-headed fellas. Let's see it. Ah, they gave it like the extra skin flaps on the side, which is something that is possible for Diploculus and still makes it look like a very strange animal, all things considered. Look at him go, though. Look at those swimming animations. I love that. Oh, man, I can't wait until I get these guys and get to put them in my park. Ooh, what are you? You're a type of gar, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure we'll spawn it at some point. Oh, no, I think that's my fault. But no, I love the way that they swim around. That just looks phenomenal. I'm so happy about that. Dimorphodon, a pterosaur, of course. We got some sleeping sauropods. The Ceratosaurus knows that it probably shouldn't deal with sauropods. But let's see the Dimorphodon. Oh, that is nice. I'm really digging those colors right there. Overall, it has the basic proper shape of a Dimorphodon. You can even see the little teeth that it has in it, in its mouth, which that is something the Dimorphodon did indeed have. But those blues mixed in with the whites and the blacks, that is a fantastic idea for Dimorphodon. Also with this really strange looking tail, another thing the Dimorphodon did have. So 10 out of 10, would place it again. Dimetrodon. So Dimetrodon was not in the previous version of the mod. I don't think Dimorphodon was either, but I'm excited to see this. I mean, I prefer you not to go after the turtles, but that looks great. Love the oh, look at them swim around. Still, a huge standout are the animations. But I love their stance right here. I love the colors that they have, and I love that sail. I've seen more and more depictions portray the sail like this. I think it fits Dimetrodon quite well. Oh, these poor turtles. Realistically, this is all my fault. This is like me introducing, you know, invasive species to an environment they shouldn't be in. But we got a bright sail right here, so it's okay. So we got some dimorphism with these fellas too. Oh man, that is so cool. I love seeing Dimetrodon with bright sails. I've seen quite a bit of that in paleo art, and I will always love to see that. So next up is Dilophosaurus. So I think I remember seeing an image of this months ago, maybe even a year ago by this point, and I think it's going to look beautiful. I was correct. I love that crest. My favorite depictions of Dilophosaurus always have a huge crest on its head, and have this whole basic silhouette. Look at that, nice yellow on the crest, contrasted nicely with the green of the body, and some awesome counter shading. In my opinion, this is my favorite look for the Dilophosaurus. Just that huge crest with a whole slender body. That is pretty much what the beasts of the Mesozoic did, and I have the figure up there. You can barely see it, and yeah, no, I love it. I love it. So, you know, I already liked the previous Dilophosaurus design, but this one is just miles ahead of that one, I think. Oh no, low compies, but look at those animations. Oh, these animations are gonna like really kind of immerse me into the dinosaurs, you know. It's gonna be awesome. So next up we have Dicranurus? I don't know what this is. I don't even vaguely oh no, maybe I do. I don't think you're supposed to be on land, are you? I don't think you are. I might vaguely recognize this. Yeah, it's swimming around. It's not supposed to. Hey, you're still doing good? Good to hear. Ankylosaurus, I don't know about you. That reminds me of some of that paleo art I've seen of. Don't do it, man. Of like Ankylosaurs just kind of like moving around like hippos. But I don't recognize this guy. It's a really weird looking fella. I love it though. I love it. This is kind of like my introduction to it. Deinonychus. I'm really quite curious to see how this fella looks. It looks good. I don't have much else to say. The coverage of the feathers are great. It's got the whole silhouette of Deinonychus. Do they still climb trees is the question. Because that's something I really did like from the old version of the mod. At the very least, to the babies. They do still climb trees. Sweet. Because that's something that is kind of suspected for relatively small dromaeosaurs. Like they would climb up into the trees and then jump down and attack their prey that way. Look at them climb. Sometimes it looks a little bit funky. But that's a nice model. I like it. Next up, Confuciusornis. There we go. Got to have those little tail structures over here. So again, another example of some dimorphism. Just this very small bird that is portrayed very, very nicely here. Can't really go wrong with that. I really like that. And I like the bright colors. That is, I can't wait to make a little kind of bird cage filled with these fellas. That's gonna be awesome. Excuse me. You are on my chest. Kind of sounds like stepping on my chest, you know, just kind of like, I have asthma, so that's already bad enough. Okay, we'll start with the dodo. And that's a nice design. That is a nice design. Look how much bigger this one is compared to the other one. Is that also, yeah, like these, that's probably another example of sexual dimorphism. Look at them waddle around too. I of course have a huge soft spot for dodos. I think that, you know, it's very unfortunate what happened to that species overall. These are great designs, and they still look pretty close to the way that the previous version of the design looked, which already looked great. So there's not much you could realistically change. So very good. The Dryosaurus. That's very nice. Green, I feel like, is owned by Dryosaurus. I almost always see Dryosaurus portrayed in green. Oh, look at that. These animations. I also like their sounds. Their sounds are quite cool, too. Edaphosaurus. These guys probably got hunted by Dimetrodon, so it's probably not wise for me to place them with them. But I love Edaphosaurus. It was an herbivorous synapsid that looked like this. Relatively small head compared to the rest of its body. And the sail shape is pretty spot on. They look great, man. They look great. So you just need to place a ton of them, like in Walking with Monsters, right? Because there was like a whole bunch of them as they were kind of getting stalked by Dimetrodon over there. Here we go. This is canon to the Walking with universe. That actually looks really cool. There's something about seeing a bunch of sailed synapsids just all just spread out everywhere, forming a huge group. There's just something about that imagery that I think is so crazy and just so cool. I don't know what it is. But we'll go ahead and spawn the Elasmotherium. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see how this looks. I liked the previous version of it. Curious to see what this one looks like. Hey, what are you? Deinonychus? Hey. Well, the fur is certainly way more textured. And it has a boss, too. If you don't know, a boss is a lot more likely for Elasmotherium, which is that structure right there. A boss or a reduced horn, essentially. Most depictions, you've probably seen it with a huge, like, unicorn horn. That seems kind of unlikely given the available evidence. So I love the fact that that's included right here. The previous version of the design did have a large horn instead of a. What do the babies look like? I wonder. A little noise it made, and it lacks the boss too. That's actually something I should probably check out to see if there's an ontogeny present, which is basically the changes that creatures go through as they age. This guy has no boss, but then as it grows, it'll get a boss right here. I love that. Ooh, Gallimimus. It already looked fantastic before. Let's see what they did to make it look even more fantastic. Oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. Wow. The black mixed in with the white spots and the yellows. That is oh, that's even better. The red and everything. That tail fan in particular looks great. Oh my goodness. What do the babies look like? Oh, they got little spots like baby deer. Well, actually, they have spots when they grow up, but the colors reminded me of baby deer. Look at it kind of scurry around. Oh, that's one of my favorites, easily. That is one of my favorites. I love the way that looks. It's got the right posture and everything, too. Plus, it's accurately portrayed as a huge ornithomimid compared to myself. Although it might be a little bit too small, which is crazy because look how big that is. But we'll go ahead and move on from that on to the Henotis. Now, I incorrectly called this guy a turtle the last time I reviewed this mod, and it is not a turtle. It is it looks like a turtle, but it's another type of reptile. I completely spaced on what it is, but it's not a turtle. It looks like this. It's a very strange creature. I don't know what else to say about it, but I love it right here. Don't have much else to say. But we got Gastornis next. Now, Gastornis was once thought to be a terror bird, but it's not. It seems like it was an herbivorous animal. Isotopic analysis of the bones revealed that it ate mostly vegetation, plus its beak shape seems to hint at an animal that ate fruits and nuts. And these colors are so cool. Remind me of a mallard. Yeah, they remind me of a mallard, a male and female mallard, with the green and the brown. And you can really tell right here. The beak was overall a lot more thick and just robust. It didn't have the hook on it or anything like a classic terror bird. So it was it was an herbivorous animal, which of course is portrayed right here. I'm not saying that they're inaccurate here because of course they're not. That is a very nice design, though. I never would Like I'm sure that the mallard was the inspiration for these colors, which is awesome. I love when inspiration from modern animals is taken. But we got Ichthyosaurus next. Fly, be free. Oh, look at that Edaphosaurus that just went out to sea. All right, let's see these guys. Oh, that's nice. I love the counter shading on them in particular. You know, very shark-like with the dolphin-like, really, with the gray and the white on the bottom. It's very, very cool. Very cool. And these sounds, too, they're like both terrifying and awesome at the same time. I like that. I really like that. This is an example of a terror bird right here. We have Kalenkin. Kalenkin belongs to the Forest Rockidae family. And Forest Rockids are what we consider to be terror birds. Let's see it. That. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deinonychus. I should have known while you were sleeping, too. Oh. Oh. That was awesome. But yeah, this looks great. The beak looks awesome with that hook on the end, and the colors are fantastic as well. Nice brown coloration with the spots on the bottom. It looks very naturalistic as a bird. That's something I really do appreciate. Okay, so we will go ahead and move on to our next row. Okay, now we have the magical Liopleurodon. Let's give it a look. Very walking with dinosaurs in its coloration. You know, that black and white. I can't really tell judging from where I stand, but no, they are not oversized. Never mind. I don't know why they looked bigger at first. I've said this before too, but the Liopleurodon in Walking with Dinosaurs is significantly oversized. It was about 25 meters in the show. In reality, it was only 8 meters. Okay, and then after that we have Loncodomus. This is another creature. Oh, look at that. You know, most, if not all, dinosaurs could probably swim. A lot of animals today can swim that you probably wouldn't expect, like elephants. But I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's not aquatic. Yeah. Darn it. Okay, so when you don't recognize it, DinoGuy, just put it in the water. Look at it go. So young, so free, so beautiful. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's got like that is so crazy how they just go straight to the bottom like that. Oh, they go on the ocean floor. That makes sense. Ooh, that is creepy. That Liopleurodon just swimming around. Yikes. Anyway, mammoth. Let's see the mammoth. It already looks great, so I'm expecting it to look great here. Yeah, still looks great. What do the babies look like? Yeah. Very nice. I like the way that the tusks look. I like how they're kind of curved out like that. And that dome on the head. The animations, you know, it using its trunk to eat. That's just so great. That is so great. That's crazy. Next up we have Olvaranus priscus, otherwise known as Megalania. Hey, Blue. Nice. I like the yellow. It's something that kind of differentiates it from Komodo dragon. I mean, I know that Komodo dragon does exist in the same genus, but there are a lot of different lizards in the Varanus genus, and most of them look pretty distinct from each other. You know, I like when Megalania gets its own identity, and that seems to be shown off right here. The largest terrestrial lizard that we know of. Megaloceros, the Irish elk. So happy that this is still here. Hey, Blue. Ooh, the colors match up. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to. So this is a female, of course. Megaloceros is an animal that we have a pretty good idea of what it looked like. Specifically with the colors, because that's something that's shown in cave art, you know, cave art drawings. It's got some stripes right here and some stripes right there, an overall lighter head compared to the rest of its body. And of course, there is the antlers on the males. The antlers that were about 11 feet long, which is an insane size. These guys look so cool, though. Like, they just look gorgeous. They look so much how you would possibly perceive the animal. Look at that. That is so cool. That's a very nice design right there. Oh no, what happened to the... Don't hurt yourself. But that is so cool. It really represents how large those antlers were in life. Like, they were just crazy big. Megalodon. Look at that Brachiosaurus go. Is that the Brachiosaurus? Or no, that's the Diplodocus, I think. That's the Brachiosaurus. What are you guys are really going, aren't you? That is crazy. Anyway, giant shark. Ototus megalodon. That is like horrifying. Oh my gosh, Diplodocus. It's like using his feet and everything. Oh, it won, I think. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, okay. Wow, that was crazy. Yeah. This is a good design. I don't have too much else to say about it. It's got some really nice counter shading and yeah, looks really terrifying. You know, it looks like something I would not want to come across. Megalograptus. I can't remember what this is. I think that this is a Eurypterid, if I'm not mistaken. We shall see. Yes, okay. Sweet. That looks awesome. I mean, again, something that would be very creepy to come across. Look at that swimming animation. Oh, that's so cool. But again, something that is... These animations, a lot of work went into them. But again, would have been something that would have been terrifying to come across in life. And that pretty much goes for most everything that I would come across in the water. I wouldn't want to see it, personally. I wouldn't even like to see that in real life. Oh no, a megalodon. I like these guys, though. Very cool looking little Eurypterids. Meganeura, which of course is the dragonfly relative. Not true dragonflies themselves, but dragonflies are their closest modern relatives. And you can really tell by the way that they look. Another carboniferous animal that would just like buzzed around, filling the skies, and they were big too, which is horrifying. Look at them go, though. I like getting a lot of them. That's what they are when they're babies. They can't even fly yet. I like them, though. Oh, the Locompi. Going for it. Look at those animations. The way it jumps. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, Mosasaurus. Let's see how this looks. Hey, Blue. Ooh, sweet. From some very nice oh no. Ooh, Dryosaurus. But some very nice counter shading with that tail fluke and some really cool... That was so sad. But some really cool striping, too. Nice gray coloration. The head looks great, too. And the whole overall shape looks fantastic. These guys were a type of marine lizards. And that feels like that's represented here. What do the babies look like? I wonder. Oh, they lack the spots. That's cool. That is so cool. I'm really impressed with this overall. The Nautilus. These guys actually do spawn naturally, but this is what they look like. Very cool. I mean, I love the way that Nautilus looks in real life. Ornitholestes. Let's see it. Oh, that's cool. I think these are the same basic colors that they had last time, which are great colors to have. Nice bright red coloration towards the head, some awesome looking feathers as well, and some dimorphism present at the same time. But the stripes look great, and still just endless praise for their animations. The Pachycephalosaurus, I like that. I like that. I think that those are the same type of colors that they kind of carried over, some orange colors. But overall, it seems like they have smaller proportions and just kind of line up to the real life animal a little bit more. I like them. I really do like them. Just have a group of them, and I'm sure that they would headbutt as well, which is awesome. But I like the bright orange coloration on that one. Hello. Pachyrhinosaurus. This is one of my favorite dinosaurs. By far my favorite ceratopsian and probably my favorite herbivorous dinosaur. Let's check it out. And it's beautiful. We got this is Pachyrhinosaurus lacustai. You can tell when it's lacustai because of these little horns that grow at the base of the frill. That's something that Canadaensis and Paratorum, that's something that those two lack. Pachyrhinosaurus is such a unique dinosaur, ceratopsian in general, because it doesn't have like too many horns or anything like that. Instead, it has this mass of bone that's called a boss, and that's represented here. The frill looks great. The whole body proportions look great. I'm so happy that it's in the mod. When I start the survival series, one of my biggest goals is going to be to just get a whole herd of these guys. Ooh, we got some blue. Got some blue with some green on this frill. Again, some more dimorphism present. I love that. These guys look really great. They look really great. I'm so happy that they're here. Parasaurolophus. Let's check it out. Same sounds and everything. But overall, it has more of a bulky build and more detail compared to the way that it used to have. Like some added spots and whatnot. Oh, look at it stand up. That is so cool. Yeah, so hadrosaurs, they were primarily quadrupedal, like how it's portrayed right here. But they would be able to, stand on their hind legs from time to time, and they were likely able to run on their hind limbs. So that's cool. That's epic. But I love seeing the animations of them stand, just kind of like looking over the horizon. Yeah, we got some differences in the color. See, look at that. Such a big, bulky animal, too. Very beefy. That's so cool. Forest Raucus, another terror bird. Belongs to Forest Raucidae. This one's beautiful. I like the blue around the eye, and the rest of the body just looks great. I mean, I don't have too much else to say. Pretty much everything I said about the Kalenkin applies to this one, but that is just stunning. Platybelodon, very strange elephant relative. Of course, they have this very weird lower jaw with very weird tusks. And this animal or this model captures the weirdness to a T. Of all the extinct mammals to include, I'm glad they included Platybelodon. Plesiosaurus. I love that they kept the sounds too, but these ones, instead of having more of an orange coloration, they got like dark rays. And look at them go, swimming around. Very nice animations. Very, very good. Ooh, Protoceratops. I don't think this was in the previous. I love it. I love it. The tail's correct too. Protoceratops is one of those dinosaurs that has a strange tail, especially compared to other ceratopsians. Oh, the sounds are really cool too. Okay, there we go. There's some dimorphism on the baby. Oh, the baby with the wow, cool. Some nice colors on this one too. But yeah, that is a solid Protoceratops design. I'm actually curious what the baby Pachyrhinosaurus looks like. Because of course they did have stubbier proportions overall compared to the adults. Let's see it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much present. Oh no. Okay, Psittacosaurus is a brand new creature. Let's see what this looks like. Nice. With the small ceratopsians. You'll notice these small bristles right here. That is something that Psittacosaurus did have. They were basically like these small feather or quill-like bristles, essentially. They were soft, so they weren't used for defense or anything. They were likely mostly used for display. Very nice design overall. I really do like that. Pteranodon. Ooh. Egg-laying mammal of action. Okay. Well, it's not a mammal, but... Okay, so we got this one. Is there... Yes, there is, I figured. Dimorphism. Really cool yellow coloration on that one. And just overall, skeletally, that looks pretty darn close, especially with the way that the beak kind of curves up towards the front. Oh, are you brooding? Are you brooding your egg? Is that your egg? And there it goes in all of its glory. I'm really digging those colors. All around, I think I've been liking most of these colors that we've seen for these creatures. Oh, the quagga. The quagga is another relative recent extinction. We do have like black and white images of it, and it did look like this. So it is another unfortunate creature that went extinct. Looks really cool right here, though. That is one that I'm excited to have. Quetzalcoatlus is a new addition. Can never go wrong with Quetzalcoatlus, one of my favorite pterosaurs. Oh, that is terrifying, though. But that is a beautiful design. That is a phenomenal design. Like I really like the blues and the greens and the crest, and the pycnofibers are really exaggerated on the throat, which looks so cool. And of course, it has its proper Quetzalcoatlus size. You know, Quetzalcoatlus being as tall as a giraffe is just as terrifying as it sounds. And that's certainly shown right here. My goodness. Look at that. Again, with the dimorphism. Those are nice designs, though. Sarcosuchus. This guy already looked pretty good. So I'm curious. Ooh. Uh-oh. Hey. I mean, it's Sarcosuchus isn't a crocodilian, but recently we found a pterosaur vertebrae with bite marks that seem to have been left by a crocodilian. So that's close. Sarcosuchus is not a crocodilian. I think it's a crocodiliform, but not quite a crocodilian. This is a good design, though. Sarcosuchus has a vaguely gharial-like appearance to it, specifically with the snout and the way that it's kind of thin. That is shown. That is very much shown. I like the colors on these guys too, and how exaggerated those osteoderms are. Oh no! No! No, you. But yeah, I really like the way that the osteoderms look. No, run, little Protoceratops. Scotoharpies, I think. I don't know what this is. So when in doubt, to the water we go. I was right. I am not as knowledgeable about these very strange aquatic creatures. I don't even recognize this one either. But I'm glad that they have these like in abundance in this game, because say if I were to make an aquarium, I would love to have a lot of these just kind of filling it up along with some of the larger creatures. I'm excited to see what the Smilodon looks like, though. Don't put it in the trees. Look at all those Adaphosaurs. Ooh. I like the extra fur. Kind of gives it a little bit of a mane around the neck. And the spots, too, look great. Those saber teeth look fantastic. And those animations, they look like a bulky cat walking around. What do the babies look like? Babies don't have the fangs, which is accurate. At least I don't think they do. You can see a little bit of the fangs, but still, very good. Very, very good. This is probably my favorite version of the Smilodon that they've done. This is probably my favorite version of the Smilodon they've done so far. Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. And I've already seen this one when I was testing the mod out to make sure it's working. And I can tell you right now, Spinosaurus is no joke. It looks gorgeous. Just check it. Look at that. It has the basilisk-like tail. It's got the sail, of course. Its overall proportions look very spot on. I especially love the red crest that it has right here. It's just such a nice design. I also like how kind of bulky it seems in the body, and then like the way that the neck is postured. It's just so beautiful, man. Been getting so many good, like really good recent Spinosaurus designs. Makes me wonder, you know, like it is rumored that Spinosaurus is going to show up in Rebirth and it's going to have a redesign. Makes you wonder what it's going to look like. I don't know if it will, but still, this looks amazing. Ooh, what do the babies look like? They lack a sail. That is so cool. We don't know what Spinosaurus babies look like, of course. We haven't found any fossils. So this, you know, this is pretty much just as accurate as most other depictions you could think of. Look at it. Look at that. We can get a bunch of little baby Spinos. Look at that. So yeah, I love the ontogeny that's present. I assume that once these guys grow, you'll see the sail start to develop a little bit more as they get a little bit older, which is great. And look at it swim around too. Very, very cool. Hanging out with all of the sailed creatures. Look at that Pachyrhinosaurus. They can really swim. They can really swim, but the animations look great when they're swimming. You go, girl. You got this. Now we have Colorado State fossil, that being the very beautiful Stegosaurus. This is an amazing design right here. I like its posture. I like its overall proportions. I like how the tail dips down a little bit because of that thagomizer. Something that is true for Stegosaurus. Its thagomizer, which are those spikes on the end, was so heavy that its tail would droop. And the plates, which are those osteoderms on its back, look great. And the green mixed in with the sort of reddish brown, just fantastic coloration. This is what the babies look like. Look at that. They got to grow into their plates. I love the way that the babies move. Oh, man. Okay, I believe we are down to our final row, which is crazy. There was quite a few in this one, of course. You know, there was a lot of creatures that were added to the game that were just phenomenal additions overall. Like this Quetzalcoatlus is so cool. When I start my series and I eventually get to that, I don't even know how I'm going to contain that thing. So these are our final additions. We got the sturgeon here, which I think we've seen a lot of these fellas swimming around. Yeah, that's the sturgeon. Okay. Got these guys. The Tiktaalik. I love Tiktaalik. I liked them in our previous series. Do I like them here? Yes, I do. Look at that face. That is a face that you can love. Hello, friend. The Therizinosaurus looked great before. And it looks even better here. Those animations too. But I like the added feathers right here that kind of droop down on the throat. That gives it that really, like a really nice extra bit of depth overall. And the spots are still spot on. And they kept the blue. That's just amazing. Yeah, that was already a design that I thought looked great. And that's an overall improvement. So that's great. Triceratops, I thought also looks pretty good. But this looks better. This looks a lot better. Wow. Man. Okay, can I at least look at you, my guy? Look at that red. I love when there's kind of bright colors, relatively bright colors on ceratopsians, like heads and frills, compared to duller bodies. I think that's a really nice contrast. What do the babies look like? Yes, they have the reduced horns. Beautiful. Oh, that is a huge improvement on the Triceratops, though. Definitely can't wait to see those guys in the official series. And then we got the third terror bird. These guys are just everywhere. But we got the third terror bird here with Titanus. Oh no. Another. Oh, it fights back. Get it. Little Psittacosaurus, you got this. Oh. I like the colors on this one, though. Some blues with some grays. Very nice coloration overall. T-Rex we'll save for last. Ooh, what's this? Okay, we'll get the alligator gar. I think we saw some of them too. Yeah, swimming around like that. Very nice. Wallaceraps. I don't know what Wallaceraps is. So, water. See? I'm always right. When in doubt, put them in the water. It's so weird, though. So weird. I don't know what that is. Velociraptor. Very nice. I love their posture and I love their colors. Plus their size is accurate. What do the babies look like? Great design. Just great design. I love the texturing of the feathers. And then finally, Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I believe I saw this design through a Best in Slot thumbnail. And it looks like this. Oh, the blue. I didn't know about the blue. I love the blue on the throat. The spots over here, the overall darker coloration, its overall bulk, and the pronounced lacrimal horn or eyebrow ridges up here. It looks so cool. Oh no, Smilodon. But I believe that is everything that we have for this mod. So of course this again was longer overall, but some absolutely phenomenal additions to this mod overall. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to get back into the actual survival series. You know, I'm sure I know that many of you have been missing that, and I have been missing that because I've just been holding off for this to show up, and now that it's here, it's gonna be a fantastic time to jump back onto the saddle. But that is pretty much all I have for this one. If you enjoyed this video and you like dinosaur related content, please consider liking and subscribing. That really does help out a lot, and it does mean a lot to me. And if you want to help support the channel in general, please consider checking out my Patreon, and that'll be linked below. Thank you so much to all my my current patrons as well as my channel members. You guys are really helping me in general, and I really do appreciate you. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.